Shalom. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. This plant you see here before you, brothers, was actually on the verge of death. But what I've done in the past 30 days was taking significantly good care of it. It was stationed in another area of my home, but I moved it to this bay window here where it can get better lighting. I started to water it more, and I also used a supplement called chlorophyll, which derives from plants, but it's also good to take, right? And as you can see, this plant has started to sprout here. Before, this was the only stem here, and these leaves here are relatively new growth, but if you look close toward the bottom here, there's new buds starting to sprout. Now, those of us who are in this knowledge and this truth, we know that the Lord has the same expectation of us. But how do we know for sure? Let's come out of this and let's go to Luke chapter 13, and I'll start at verse 6. It reads, "He spake also this parable." Who's the he? Yahweh Shai. "A certain man had a fig tree planted in his vineyard, and he came and sought fruit thereon, and found none. Then he said unto the dresser of his vineyard, Behold, these 3 years I come seeking fruit on this fig tree, and found none. Cut it down. Why cumbereth it the ground?" Now let's pause right there for a second. Who's the dressers of the vineyard? That's the disciples, the elder apostles, and the brothers that put in this work, right? We see this clearly in Matthew chapter 9, verse 37 through 38. And it reads, "Then saith he unto his disciples, The harvest is plenteous, plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers into his harvest." And let's come out of this and let's go back to verse 8. "And he answering said unto him, Lord, let it alone this year also, till I shall dig about it and dung it," meaning the elder apostles, the brothers, they're going to continue to put in that work to cultivate you so you can yield more fruit, right? Verse 9 substantiates that. "And if it bear fruit, well, and if not, then after that thou shalt cut it down." Let's go from here to further substantiate our point that we are likened unto trees. Remember when the Lord healed the blind man? How did he respond to the Lord? In Mark chapter 8, verse 24, "And he looked up and said, I see men as trees walking about." You see, we're likened unto plants, brothers, and the Lord is expecting growth from us. Also consider what's written in Matthew chapter 13, verse 24. It states this: "The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sown good seed into the field," right? And we're that good seed that's sown into the field, but the Lord is expecting us to bear fruit. Let's come out of this. Let's go here, right? Remember what the Lord stated in Matthew chapter 12, verse 33. "Either make the tree good and its fruits good, or else make the tree corrupt and its fruits corrupt." Because how the Lord is going to know us? "For the tree is known by its fruits," right? Let's come from here. John chapter 15, verses 4 through 6. The Lord states this through the prophet John: "Abide in me, and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine. No more can ye, except ye abide in me. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me ye can do nothing. If a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch, and is withered, and men gather them, and cast them into the fire, and they are burned." Ooh, let's come out of this, right? Remember what's stated through the prophet Hosea in Hosea chapter 10, verse 12. "Sow righteousness for yourselves, reap the fruit of unfailing love, break up your unplowed ground, for it is time to seek the Lord until he comes and showers his righteousness on you." And this is the state that we should be in, brothers. You know, we should be soaking up this gospel, growing in the spirit and knowledge and truth and faith. As a matter of fact, let's look at some of the fruits of the spirit that we all should be yielding. In Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 through 23. And it reads, "But the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith. Even faith is a spirit. Meekness, temperance. Against such things there is no law, right? Let's stick on faith for a second, because that's what the Lord is looking for. That's one of those fruits he's looking for when he comes, that we all should be bearing. Luke chapter 18, verse 8, and it reads, I tell you, he will see that they get justice. Who's they? The elect. And quickly, however, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth? You have to consider something. Even the disciples, they said, Lord, increase our faith. We should be praying that the Lord increases the fruit of faith in us so that we can endure to the end. The scripture tells us, because without faith, it's impossible to please Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, right? Let's come from here. And we'll close out with this, right? In Matthew chapter 13, verse 30. And it reads, let them both grow together until the harvest. That's us who are likened unto the wheat, the hopeful elect, and also the weeds, right? Who's the wicked, who's the 2/3 as well, right? And in the time of the harvest, I will say to the reaper, who's the reaper? The angels, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to be burned, right? But gather the wheat into thine barn. And what's the barn, right? Those are the chariots. Remember, when the Lord comes, he's going to gather his elect from the four corners of the earth. And that's what we hope to be. We hope to be that fruit, those first fruits, right? Right now we're likened unto plants, but we're going to yield fruit. And we hope that we are that first fruit that the Lord gathers from the four corners of the earth. Hopefully, brothers, this quick lesson that I observed from watching my plant grow has benefited you. Call halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.